and we wait. Give everyone a little time to get here. Hello. Good. How is everyone doing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A second, everyone. Oh, already 21 people. Let me see. I look away and all of a sudden, boom. Any new people tonight? Never been here before? We give it like, 10 minutes, give people a chance. That's okay. Your mouth is actually filling and looking worse. Have you had it checked out, Leslie? Sometimes. Yes, that happens sometimes. Um, well, we'll do whatever we can here, right? Hmm. Let's see what happens tonight. Any new people tonight? You've been motivated to declutter your office? Right. So I have a YouTube stream too. So if you hear me talking to them on Zoom, that's what I'm doing. I'm talking to people on YouTube. Hmm. Hello, hello. Hi, Sussex. Oh, okay. Since you're back in LA, you don't have to be LA to come here. We're always here, right? Okay, and hmm. Well, I mean, is anyone feeling better? Ah, I see. Okay. Anyone feeling better today? Good. Oh, well, that's good, Leslie. It's just your mouth right now. Good, Red. Well, sometimes we have swelling because it's healing. Something's healing, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that something's worse. Good. Mm-hmm. Weird experiences? Like what? Make sure everyone likes the video, right? So hopefully we can get into the algorithm tonight. YouTube's not showing people the vid anymore, it seems. Cat content. Which is a little disappointing. Any new people who have never been here tonight? Well, the algorithm's weird. Maybe it'll fix that someday. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. What exact? It's the middle of the back, right, Anne? I see, witness. Okay. Did you have any relief today at all? Lo, any new people here? Let me know so I can give you instructions on what to do when we do this healing, which will be soon. Ah, I see, witness. Very interesting. Oh, well, we're here, and Good. Spider bites. I also consider it might have always been there, and you were just able to perceive it. Like this, do this. That's the most likely thing. And we're just something next to remove. All right, is everyone ready? I think we've waited long enough. For you new people, just lie down and relax and breathe and let the energies work. Ready? Amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari tsuki yo mitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni tsuruite kagami no koto shi tsuki yo mitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni tsuruite kagami no koto shi taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu kamuromi no mikoto moshite sumemi oyekama izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no 大殿、青木かはるに、みそぎ、洗い、玉石、時に、あれませる。洗い殿、狼たち、もろもろのまがごと積み返りを。払いたまい、清めたまいと回すことのよしを。天つかみ、国つかみ、夜ぞの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみかしこみも回す。高天はりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして。すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひまくの立花のおどの青木がはるに、みそぎ、払い、玉石、時にあれませる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろのまがごと積み限りを。払いたまい、清めたまいと回すことのよしを。天つかみ、国つかみ、夜ぞの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみかしこみも回す。とその神、あまてらします。せめみ神のみ胸を、伝えて教え導きの玉枠。人はすなわち、神と神とのもとの主だり。何時らの紳士の痛ましむることなかれ。この家に目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず、耳にもろもろの風情聞いて、心にもろもろの風情聞かず、口にもろもろの風情言って、心にもろもろの風情言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろののれは鍵と形のことし、清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花よりずの身とはなる。我が身はすなわち独根性じゃなり。独根性じゃなるがゆえに、ごぞの真君兄なり。ごぞの真君兄なるが、ゆえに天地の神と独根なり。天地の神と独根なるが、ゆえに万物の霊と体なり。万物の霊と体なるが、故になすところにこって成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名入賞、金が律、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい。高めの腹にかむずまります。生命神たち、いわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、あまてる国てるひけ雨のほあかり、くしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、静けかもこと教えてのたもわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中作りに雨下り、あひとぐさ沈め収めよ。あひとぐさおよび、よりずのものの病のことあらば、かむ宝を持ちて、見くらいた沈みに起きて、見たま沈みの祭りを、なして水の宝をふるべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむ、なやこと。にのとふるべゆらゆら、かく祈りしばまかるともさらにきなんとしいとも。 雨の神の御代や御事乗りかけとまいて、雨の岩船に乗りて、川白剣の川上の光る画面に天下りましまして、大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして月祭りとも、名付けて、イスの神の狼ともし立て祭り、よよかむたからもして、よりずの者のために、古べの卵ともして、つがせなしと家の古の御霊の神と、敬い立て祭り、すめみこと、おむらじ、おとどその神とけきをもちて、いつきにつかい祭りとも、もののびの神のやしろ、雨がした、よりずの者とこいなりてもとかむたからは、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、平つ鏡、やつぐのつるき、生きたま、誰たま、まかるが石の玉、しが石の玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすぐすのもののひれ、さらにとくすの神、きのいきのと、ひのいひのと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむなやこと。にのと古べゆらとゆら。かしたてまつることのよしをもちて、平らけく気を示すと。命長く、子孫羽ね、時はかきわに。守りたまい、先はいたまい、かじたてまつり。人事人命しにきかじ。Breathe, relax. と神、えみたも、看言心、そにかんだけん、払いたまいきやめたも、 Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamaromi no mikoto moshite, sumemi oyakama. Izanagi no kamitsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no aogigahara ni misogi harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai dono o kamitachi, moromoro no magago totsumi kagiri yo. Harai tamai kiyame tamai to mausukoto no yoshi yo. Amatsukami, kunitsukami, yo, yorizu no kami tachito mani hikoshi mesuto. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamarami no mikoto moshite. Sumemi oyakama. Izanagi no kama. Tsukoshi no himaka no tachibana no odo no aogigahara ni misogi harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai dono o kamitachi, moromoro no maga goto tsumi kagiri yo. Harai tamai kiyome tamai to mausukoto no yoshi yo. Amatsukami, kunitsukami, yo, yorizu no kamitachi tomo ni hikoshi mesuto. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausu. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. All right, everyone, how was that first one? And if you new people, please subscribe to the channel. We're going to do another one. And also, please like the video. It helps with the algorithm if we could get back on it. Right? How's your back now? With this practice, we will be discovering pain in your body that you did not know was there. Remember that next time you don't show up. Good. Look at that. Well, we wouldn't want that, would we? So you're going to go pay the doctor all that cash. Pain in left thigh and knee. Okay. And I did get a bag of rice today, so I'm happy about that. Oh, and there's my left light, my right light. All my links are in the description. The link to all my links are in the description. Please check them out. Good, MC. Hi, Candace. Any new people here have never been here before? You mean there's more pain? Yeah, unfortunately, but it does get easier-ish. Ish. How are you, Leslie? I ordered some food, so it might be it's on its way. So I might have to walk out the way for my order. Okay, cool. Oh no, they got it and they're on their way. Oh, that's quite close. Okay. Any new people? 43 people, and there's no new people. Please let me know and I give you instructions. And this is a group healing. We're going to do all that. Good, Amanda. Hi, hi, hi. And okay, hi. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Your migraine, here you go. Tokami, Amy Tomo, Kangon Shin, Sony Kandakin, Harai Tamai Kiyame Tomo. How's the headache now? Or the migraine now? Is the next process tingling? It depends. Everyone's different. Good, Leslie. Thomas. Hi, SL. Are you new? So please subscribe and like the video. Also, the algorithm tells YouTube to keep sending people here. There's some person on Zoom says they feel phenomenal. Good.
Party people, it's
Button mash in the heart. Yes, I think it actually does help. Yeah, if you keep button mash in the heart, it does help the feed. So all of a sudden, if you're doing that, it's up to 48 people here to come enjoy and experience this healing, which I'm telling you guys, it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. This is going to be new, right, guys? So yeah, smashing the heart and commenting, it helps a ton. I think. But no, yeah, it seems so. Felt like layers lifting up. See, probably some of that star magic layers. I'm just saying. I hope you're starting to understand how this layer thing and removing I'm talking about works. When I criticize something, even if it seems like beneficial. Sometimes there's usually another edge to it. I think the question I want to ask you guys is, do you believe in hidden realities behind facades? Guys, do you believe in hidden realities behind facades? Not a riddle today, a question to think about. I'll start doing, yeah, eventually I'll start doing early ones too. We'll see. And what do you guys think about that statement? This is true, Anne, but sometimes it gets late, it dies down also. Yes, but sometimes the things that people see is the thing that people see is the true reality is actually the facade itself, right? Like the conspiracy theories, those can also be the facades too. And I would say that there most likely are, depending on what they are. And that's the problem, right? People can't even see the layers within their body, the ones that we're removing, and no one is talking about it because they can't perceive it. And I think the reason why they can't perceive it is because they can't do anything about it for other people, if that makes sense. More things we're to know about. Yes, I'm going to be doing it in a second. We do it in group or sections, SL. We just finished one and we're going to go to another. Um, what do you think, everybody? Are these worth the wait in between? Yeah, it's not about just hearing me talk. I mean, no one wants to do that. I just do it because we wouldn't be doing anything between these. They don't know it exists, and people who develop a following, they yeah, they usually are convinced that they have everything figured out, so they don't want to hear anyone's other stuff, especially if they have a big following. So you won't see Till Swan come to one of these groups. You won't see Till Swan come, and you won't see Kyle Gray come. Don't start with them. You've missed, but which way? 109. Have you been here before? I've never heard you chime in. I think that guy seems that resonated with you enough. Are they shaman? Yeah, they're shaman. Absolutely. Well, I mean, they make a lot of videos and they talk, right? If I had somebody writing scripts for me about the things that they talk about, I would have a ton of people too. But the problem with that is, you know, I know what I would be saying isn't true, and that's not. Yeah, I just can't. I can't do it. Yes, they do, Spider. Stay for a riddle or cat. Thank you, 109. 47. See, where's my driver is just 10 minutes. I think everyone's ready. They just, everyone's ready for this stuff to be out. Um, I don't know how to explain that. Okay, Sharon. But what is energy healing? That's my question for you. Does anyone have an answer for that for me? What is energy healing? Can anyone tell me? Who has a definition? Maybe it's. I don't know. See, I don't know what that is. Attuning the energy to a better frequency, quantum level. I mean, it's. What does any of that mean? Manipulation of the ether? Depends on modality. I mean, those aren't definitions, guys. That's like at me asking, what is energy healing? And the answer being, it's energy. Or energy healing? Well, it's healing with energy. That's not how definitions work, right? You have to actually tell me what it does or its function. Healing that goes beyond the seen world. That's a convenient way of looking at it. It's like saying, I can't explain it because you can't see it. Only special people know what it is. Yeah, but Madeline, no one that does energy healing says that. Yeah, that's right. Witness. It's thought and intention which creates. I'm not satisfied with anyone's answer. I don't know. I'm not energy healing, am I? So I don't have an answer. I could tell you some of the stuff it does. And we are going to do a healing, guys, that just are coming in. Just witness is trolling. Exactly. Well, someone's honest. See, everyone's trying to come up with an answer when you don't know. Just say you don't know. Don't be like Shaman Derek. Have an answer for everything. Well, nine. Night. Energy colors. Use anti-clockwise blue color. And what is positive energy? All right, guys, we're gonna do the next healing in just a sec. Oh, we'll do it right when my food gets here. Hold on, it's still up the street. Energy healing equals a vague term that annoys Pinton. It's the power of the moon. Make sure you keep sending those hearts. Energy is the amount of electricity. Yes, it is. Up in the frequency. Yeah, but what is frequency? What was it called? Hold on. I thought I knew until you asked the question. Where is my? Let me see how far they are. Somebody's right. Oh, they're far. Ish. No, not too far. Says 2 minutes. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. Like the video. Send lots of hearts here. Helps the algorithm. Like pursuing that stuff, it's just. And what did we remove last night, guys? Anyone remember that about a bunch of you felt and were able to perceive? Do you remember? Do you guys remember that? I know you do. Well, it's going to be here in like a minute, Madeline. Letters, Bug crab, like exactly. So think up until now, What was that pushing you to? Like vague terms and non-descriptions, right? So it's time to step aside all of that. Step aside of all that. And for those of you who are not here, we'll do that again today. Well, I mean, I guess if you haven't been coming, you haven't been feeling the flutters. Is anyone else here feeling flutters in their heart? You'll once we get to that layer SL, you may or may not feel that, and it may be something that needs to be removed that was already there in the first place. A lot of it does, but not everyone doing it does. Like usually people who say, "Hey, can I do something for you?" Um, and I'll ask them, "Well, what is it?" That's like my own thing. It's usually safer. Yeah, other energy healing can. It just depends. It depends. Like people who are born with shamanic ability, it's different. There's so much variables. Hi, Selena. It's your first time here? As soon as I get my food at the door, we'll do the next one, the next healing. Yes, they can, because other layers are coming up. When I do in persons, I teach people how to use the foam roller, not just so they can loosen up their body, but also so they could learn that there's a lot of pain in their body that they didn't even know about. Has anyone ever used a foam roller before? Because if so, you probably know what I'm talking about. But with this, it's the same principle. Yes, it was awful. But as you do that, and as you practice with them more, they hurt less. It hurts less, right? Okay, the driver's here. I probably should go greet them. So it's going to be, oh, peace, here I am. So I'm coming to the door. One second, guys. 51 people. Keep hitting the heart button. It works. It seems. All right. All right. So please hit that 5-star for delivery, dude. I don't think I've ever left a delivery person or an Uber less than 5 stars. That's just rude. Let's see. Is exciting when I hit a sore spot. I'm just going back. Also feel itchy. All right. Any new people who have never done a healing with me before here? It depends. It doesn't necessarily increase. It just moves. SL. Anyone else between SL? What did I order? Super vegan food. Selena, have you done this before? Anyone? Any new people? There's 50 people here. Please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. We're about to start. SL subscribe. Thank you. Hopefully I can get to 550 today. This is such a grind. Never done one before. Okay. You just watched my Reiki video. It didn't scare you away, Chris? So you have vegan? No. I mean, I guess if I do, it doesn't mean. Thank you, Selena. And keep hitting the heart thing. Okay, so everybody, this is very potent. It does affect the physical body if they're an accurate translation. I prefer the truth and accurate translation. So do I. Okay, so this is very potent. You hear me speaking some Japanese. Pay attention to your thoughts and pay attention to your body. Try not to react. Just relax. And you can do a meditative position. You can kind of sit back like this. I recommend lying down. Sometimes sometimes it depends on which layer we are peeling through or scrubbing out. You may have some trauma that comes up. When you have that, you might not know exactly what circumstance or instance that is referring to, but try to pinpoint that because you might feel bad from it and it will release, and all of a sudden you will feel much, much better. Otherwise, it will take a day. Think of it as like a therapeutic or a therapy breakthrough where, you're kind of, but you don't have to share it. You don't have to tell a therapist. You could actually keep keeping it inside and not having to tell anyone and still release it. So it's the best type of release. Right. And it doesn't take as long. All right. So you'll hear me speak some Japanese. I may go silent for a while. And during that time, let the energy keep working. Everyone ready? Make sure you hit the like button, send some hearts, and you keep mashing that thing. Brings people here. I didn't realize that. I guess it's true because, yeah, it's true. Because there's like 55 people here now. All right, so everybody relax, breathe. We're going to start right now. You lie down, sit back. Here we go. Hit that like button, subscribe. Let it start. Amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi Te らしくに静かなりアマテラスミ親の神のみすまるの命照らしくに静かなりアマテラスミ親の神のみすまるの命照らしくに静かなり月よみつみ親の神の一家の思う月に綴りて鏡のことし月よみつみ親の神の一家の思う月に綴りて鏡のことし高天張にかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまかの立ち花のおどのあぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどの狼たち、もろもろのまがことつみかえりよ。払いたまい清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天つ神、国つ神、よりずの神たちともに引こしめすと。かしこみかしこみも申す。高天張りにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして。すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひまかの立ち花のおどのあぎがはるにみそぎはらいたまいしときにあれませる。はらいどの狼たちもろもろのまがことつみかげるよ。はらいたまい清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天つ神、国つ神、よりずの神たちともに引こしめすと。かしこみかしこみも申す。Everyone rest, lie down, breathe, relax. 高天張にかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして。すめみ、おやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまかの立ち花のおどのあわぎがはるにみそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときにあれませる。はらいどのお神たち、もろもろのまがことつみかげりよ。はらいたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天つ神、 九日神、夜図の神たちともに引っしますと、かしこみも回す。どうその神、あまて出します。すめみ神の耳を、伝えて教え導きのたもわく。人はすなわち、神とのもとの主たり、何時らの真摯の痛ましむることなかれ。この故に目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず、耳にもろもろの風情聞いて、心にもろもろの風情聞かず、口にもろもろの風情言って、心にもろもろの風情言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろののれは影と形のことし、清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花よりずの身とはなる。我が身はすなわち六根処女なり、六根処女なりがゆえに、ごぞの真君兄なり、ごぞの真君兄なるが、故に天地の神とどこなり、天地の神とどこなるが、故に万物の霊と体なり、万物の霊と体なるが、故になすところにごて成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名誉入賞、神奈川律、払いたまい、極めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい。高間の腹にかむずまります。すめ神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、あまてるくりてるひけあめのほあかり、くしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、しずけたもこと教えてのたもわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中つくににあまくだり、あうひとぐさ沈め収めよ。あうひとぐさおよび、よりずのものの病のことあらば、かむ宝持ちて、見下いた沈みに起きて、見たま沈みの祭りを、なして水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、火のい火のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと。二のとふるべゆらゆら。かく祈りせばまかるともさらに祈願としても。雨の神の御代や御事のりかけたまいて。雨の岩船に乗りて。河内の国の川上の怒るがめに天下りましまして。大和の国、引けの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも、なじけて、磯の神のお神と申し立て祭り、よよかむ宝を持ちて、よりずの者のために、古べのかむごと持ちて、つかずなしと家の古の御霊の神と、敬い、立て祭り、すめみことおまらじおとどその神たけきをもちて、いつきりつかい祭りとも、もののびの神のやしろ、雨がした、よりずのもののたこいなりいてもとかむたからは、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、へつ鏡、やつくの剣、いく玉、たる玉、まかるが石の玉、ちが石の玉、おろちのひで、八の日で、くすぐすのものの日で、さらに、とくすの神、木の木のと、 火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむ、なやこと。二のと古べゆらとゆら。かしたて祭ることのよしをもちて、平きくぎごしめせと。命長く、子孫羽、時はかきわに。守りたまい、先はいたまい。かじたて祭り。人数寿命心力かじ。Alright, everyone breathe, relax, let the energies work. と神、えみたも、看護師、ソニカンダッケン、払いたまい、清めたも。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの、かみつくしの、ひまかの、たちばなの、おどの、あわぎがはらに、みそき、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどの、おかみたち、もろもろのまがことつみかえりを、払いたまい、清めたまいと、まうすことのよしを、あまつかみ、くにつかみ、やお、よるずの神たちともにひこしますと、かしこみかしこみもまうす。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの、かみつくしの、ひまかの、たちばなの、おどの、あわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、ありませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかいりょ。払いたまい、清めたまいと回すことのよしを。あまつかみ、くにつかみ、やお、よるずの神たちともにひこしますと。かしこみかしこみも回す。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして。すめみ、おやかむ、いざなぎの、かみつくしの、ひまくの、たちばねの、おどの、あわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかぎりを。はらいたまい、清めたまいと、ますことのよしを。あまつかみ、くにつかみ、やお、よるずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみかしこみも申す。かんながらたまちやませ。かんながらたまちやませ。かんながらたまちやませ。All right, everyone. How was that one? So please no politics, guys. Good, SL. Your hand cramping is going good, but I feel lighter. So if you ask people, they will tell you, they'll explain to you how this is a removal of different layers that are not supposed to be in our body, and there are a lot. It's just people are quite taken aback because it's something that they've never heard of before. Although the Kama Sutras do mention it, um, there's actually more. Yes, it does, Jason. Good, good. You breathe better. We're doing more. Not a magician, a mage. And so please, guys, hit that heart button in the video. It helps the algorithm, gets people here. There's 57 people here. And we're going to do another healing. So if you're just getting here, don't worry. We will get another one. This is very strong. It works. And ask anyone here. They will tell you in the chat what they've experienced here. Some of them have been coming for some time. You'll have to experience it yourself. If you're skeptical, don't discount it. There's 60 people here for a reason, right, guys? I just call on the kami and they do everything. I'm like an anchor, if that makes sense. I am a grounded anchor. So when I have you guys who have been coming, who want to expand everything, and I know most of you will, I'm going to have you set up a kami dana and do like water offerings, things like that. And what that does is it grounds the kami in your life more. And it won't be like how it is when people do it in Japan, because I've basically called on them for you already, and it'll start getting that foothold. Fit your knee and okay. Knee and thighs still hurt. Heart feels like good. That's what we do here at SL. What are they? Kami. Yep. That's how you spell it. But before you do anything, so you don't get like things that you don't need. Let me finish the dang book. It's a thing, SL. That's a good way of looking at it, and which is why I also tell people you don't want to be a shaman. Everyone rushes to Google search. Well, don't forget to keep hearting this video. Google knows all. Don't do too much Google, guys. Yep, cat content. Battle so exhausting. Oh yeah, yep. Make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Is everyone subscribed? Turn your notifications on. I am here every day. We're going to do one more healing tonight, and I think 10 minutes or so. $800 more watch hours. I get super chats. Very cool. I'm really excited about that. What is a commie? You can Google. I love that question though. It's so innocent. Because they're everywhere. No, you can do it. I think, Buddhism has outstripped Shinto in Japan to the point where people don't even think of Shinto as an even tangible practice. It's more like an acknowledgement almost, although it's all over the place and within in culture. But let's see how that changes in the future. Because I think it will. Yes, it is, SL. That's a good question. Thank you. You're, you're, you probably didn't know what it was. We're going to do one more. Yeah, you're not staying for the next one, Selena? You're welcome. I'm here every day. All right, well, I'm here every day, 8:30 Pacific time. Make sure you keep periodically hit the hearts button for the video and also like it. Good night, Selena. Thank you for coming. Any new people have just come in who do not have not done the healing yet? Anyone? So everyone's done this before, right? Now, including the last one we just did. Please like and mash the heart button. If you have not yet, it helps me out tremendously. Like the video. We are I would say we're at the highest point with the most consistent people in one session at one time right now. Thomas, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, don't make fun of them. Right. Everyone is at where they're at. That too. um More, it's more effective though, hitting that like button and the heart button. Is everyone mashing that periodically? Oh no, the comments stay. I don't think so. There's a lot of modalities that are clearly not working for people, even though they think it is. Right, good Canadian. But they're still learning though. So what can you say? What can you do? Algorithm connected to you. Let's play that forward. Help the algorithm. This algorithm. We're gonna do the next one. I think 5 minutes, guys. Ooh, 549. One more subscriber tonight, and I'm at 550. Was that so be free? Oh, sometimes something is better than nothing. Absolutely. Now, what are you going to eat? Was it delivered? I have food. It's Mexican food. It's, thank you, Thomas. Absolutely. I, Few more minutes, guys. Keep hitting the heart, or do it. Please do it periodically. All right. Is anyone just getting here? They're from Japan. Is anyone just getting here that has never actually done the healing before? Or is it your first time? A crisp ball. Um, will push. It'll start pushing out. It's like, and once it's gone, it like your like own healing ability actually gets stronger. So it doesn't necessarily take it away. You just can't do like the whole like workshop and like thing certification things. And I'll do like a special thing where we remove those faster, but I need help with that. Someone helps me. I don't do it alone. And if you haven't, please join my Patreon too. I do have that, guys. The live view record, I think it's right now 56. I'm hoping we could get it to 60. You'll find when you show it to people that especially been doing it a long time and make money off it and are very invested, they will be very, very defensive of it. Hi, Mary. Any new people before we start the next healing? I don't actually see who joins. I just see it's all soul. What do you mean? No, it's not. I made a Reiki video. If you haven't seen it, you check it out later. First time? Only Mary's new? Okay, so for this, you're going to lie down, relax, and breathe. You're going to hear me speak some Japanese. It's very potent. If something, you may feel kind of bad during it. That's if you're experiencing trauma or have before that needs to be released. That is it processing. You might not realize where it's coming from. When that happens, just kind of pinpoint it in your mind and it'll release and you'll feel much better. Otherwise, it will last a day and then it will release and you'll feel great. This does physical stuff. Oh, nice logos. Um, um, and I wasn't even talking about that then. I just kind of, I was able, the Kami showed me what it does like a couple years ago. And it was like, oh. Anyway, okay, so it's very potent. Just let the energy work. You're gonna hear me speak some Japanese. I have other videos where I translate that. You can check it out later. And let's see. Any questions before we start, guys? Oh yeah, right. That's a good idea. So thank you for that. Feeling for the eyes, please. We'll do my best. Everyone ready? Please subscribe to the video or subscribe to my channel. Let's see if we're up to 550 yet. I bet we are. Nope, we're still at 549. Now one more subscriber and we've made it. There yet? Yep, 550. All right, here we go. Everyone breathe, relax, lie down or sit back. I recommend laying down or meditative position. Here we go. Amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari tsukiyo mitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni tsuririte kagami no koto shi tsukiyo mitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni tsuririte kagami no koto shi tsukiyo mitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni tsuririte kagami no koto shi Taka amahari ni kamazamarimasu. Kamurogi, kamuromi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi oyakamu, izanagi no kami, tsukushi no himaka no, tachibana no, hodo no, aogigahara ni, misogi, harai, tamaishi, toki ni, aremaseru. Harai dono, o kami tachi, moro moro no maga goto tsumi kagiri o. Harai tamai kiyame tamai to masu koto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami, 九日神。夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみもます。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひまかの立花のおろの青木がはらり、びそき、はらい、たばいし、ちょきにあれませる。はらいどのお神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかいりょ。払いたまい極めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天津神、九日神、夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみも申す。どうすの神、あまていらします。せめみ神の身胸を伝えて教え導きの玉枠。人はすなわち、神とのもとのあれじたり、何時らの紳士の痛ましむることなかれ。この家に目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず、耳にもろもろの風情聞いて、心にもろもろの風情聞かず、口にもろもろの風情言って、心にもろもろの風情言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろののれは影と形のことし、清く清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花よりずの身となる。我が身はすなわち六根処女なり、六根処女なるがゆえに、ゴゾの神君兄なり、ゴゾの神君兄なるが、ゆえに天地の神とどこなり、天地の神とどこなるが、故に万物の霊と体なり、万物の霊と体なるが、故になすところにこて成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名誉入賞、神奈川律、払いたまい、極めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい、高めの晴れにかむずまります。せめ神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、余っている国てるひけ雨のほあかり、くしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、静けたもこと教えてのたまわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中津国に雨下り、あう人ぐさ、沈め、収めよ。あう人ぐさ、および、夜ずの者の病のことあらば、かむ宝を持ちて、見くらいと沈めに起きて、見たま沈めの祭りを、なして水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいぶなやこと。にのとふるべゆらゆら。かく祈りせばまかるともさらりきなんとしても。雨の神の実をやみことのりかけてまいて。雨の岩船に乗りて。河内の国の川上の怒るがめに天下りましまして。大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも、名付けて、イスの神のお神と申し立て祭り、 よよかめたからもして、よれずのもののために、古べのかまごともして、つかずなしで家の古の見た目の神と、敬い、立てまつり、すめみこと、おむらじ、おとろその神たけきもちて、いつきにつかえ祭りとも、もののべの神のやしろ、雨がした、よれずのもののたごいなりいてもとかむたからは、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、平つ鏡、やつかの剣、いくたま、たるたま、まかるか石の玉、ちいか石の玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすくすのもののひれ、さらにとくすの神、きのいきのと、ひのいひのと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいぶなやこと。にのとふるべいらといら。かしたてまつることのよしをもして。たいらけくきこしめせと。命長く子孫はね。時はかぎわに。守りたまい、先はいたまい、かじたてまつり。人知寿命心力かじ。Right, everyone breathe, relax. Let the energies work. Focusing on the chest. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamaromi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi, oyakamu. Izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaku no tachibana no odo no aogigahara ni misogi harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi. Moro moro no maga goto tsumi kagiri yo. Harai tabai kiyame tamai to basu koto yo. Awa kami. Kunitsu kami. Yao. Yorizu no kami tachi tomani hikoshimasu to. Kashikomi kashikomi momasu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi. Kamaromi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi oyakamu. Izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaku no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni misogi harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi. Moro moro no maga goto tsumi kairu yo. Harai tabai kiyobe tabai to basu koto yoshi yo. Amatsu kami. Kunitsu kami. Yorizu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshimasu to. Kashikomi kashikomi momasu. Haka ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi. Kamaromi no mikotomoshite. Shimemi oyakama. Izanagi no kamitsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni miso harai tamaishi toki ni aremaseru. Harai dono o kamitachi. Moro moro no ma ga goto tsumi kairyo. Harai tamai kiyometa mai to mausukoto no yoshi o. Amatsukami. Kunitsukami. Yao. Yorezu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshimasu to. Kashikomi kashikomi momosu. Kanagara tamachiyamase. Kanagara tamachiyamase. Kanagara tamachiyamase. All right, everyone, there you have it. How was it? How was that? Well, thank you, Renee Robinson. Renee Robinson sent me an Amazon gift card. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Ron. Great, Jason. It probably means to me need some rest. It's that relaxing, yeah? Where do you start? From the beginning, of course. Mm-hmm. Not always comfortable. Lift from your stomach. You're not the only. Other people have felt that too. You're welcome. There's a lot of stuff that the heart attracts. Candice, you saw some fox cats? Some kitsune? Again, everyone, I'm here every day at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. I will try not to be late. Sometimes it can't be helped. But I will be here. So make sure that you subscribe and turn the notifications on, right? Yeah, we've had more people tonight than any other night. All because you guys kept hitting that heart button. You're welcome. A beautiful picture of a sunny day. Mm-hmm. That's what she shows. The sun. Mm-hmm. Feeling much better. Good. Good, everyone. Sun, definitely saw the sun. Other people have too, I'm sure. Has anyone else ever seen the sun while we're doing this? It depends your sensitivity level, yeah? Everyone's different. Right, very interesting, Spider. So when that happens, you're supposed to actually stop your body from rocking forward, back and forth. You want to make sure you keep your spine straight. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Woman with a clock. Okay. Felt someone over you. Okay, good. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Cat content. You got to stop yourself from doing that. I know it's like a feeling this, like, oh, what's this? But it's not actually helpful for the meditation. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. A woman in a clock. Oh, cloak. Oh, a woman in a cloak. I saw clock. That's cool. Serves against a rainbow. Yep. Kami, I'm sure. Uh, when you say light language gifts, what do you mean? There's a proper way for meditation, and you don't let your body rock. That's okay. It's like that sometimes, Spider. You see her almost every night. Neat, neat. I'm not criticizing you. I just know that, like, no one ever really gets instruction. And who am I to tell others how to meditate? But someone who knows how to meditate and who has trained in Japan and China and other places where they started that stuff in the mountains and temples. Matter of fact, when you're studying, Shingon Buddhism in Japan, they have you meditate for some hours, and the instructor walks in back and makes sure everyone's back is straight. There are many others who have these gifts. Like what gifts are you referring to? I'm asking because I'm genuinely curious. Hmm. Feel free to stay for the discussion, guys. And yeah, and that's a good question, right? What is light language? People, we'll get to that. SL. I've been people. It was part of it's part of a removal we did last night. Questions are fine. I'm just waiting for them. And it feels like people are seeing what the response is going to be, or we're leading. Would it the type of communication from according to who, and how would you describe the divine, and where did light language come from? Go ahead, ask away. Why not? Please read. I've researched. I'm asking you. Yes, SL. That's correct. It'll release. How does someone explore a clear ability in a sentence? I mean, I do that. Exactly. Mediums can talk to the dead. There's communication towards the other side. Clairaudience is the ability to hear. Um, Various layers of the unseen, right? And into specific realms and planes of existence. The same thing can be said about clairsentience, which is the ability to smell, which some people here experience while we're doing these. The same great thing can be said about uh, clairvoyance, the ability to see through either the physical eyes at a certain level, but mostly from the third eye with closed eyes. Although there are what I like to call the chains of perception towards that. So yeah, you could explain it. Like Nancy just said, I have homework too. So so I mean, I could tell you what light language is. As an occult, okay. Some people receive movement and communication gifts when they connect to the divine. And what exactly is a connection to the divine? What does that entail? And how is that facilitated? As an occultist, I want to hear your standpoint. Then I will get into my spiel. Very excellent, Ren. Exactly. And what they've missed was a lot of those are actually attached to the spine. Archons are, which is what we did last night. Right? We did a big removal, and People were able to feel it. They were able to see it. Right. So, okay. Um, Not just me, I would say very studied occultists reject light language because it lacks the structured esoteric foundations found in traditional mystical, alchemical, and hermetic practices. Instead of resembling modern spiritual trends that prioritize um, emotional experience over disciplined study, it resembles modern spiritual trends that prioritize emotional experience over disciplined study. And unlike ancient sacred languages like the one I'm speaking, the Old Japanese or Enochian or Hebrew or Sanskrit, which are each kind of rooted in complex symbolic, phonetic, and metaphysical systems. Light language is more arbitrary. It's unverified. It's called unverified gnosis um, in esotericism, and it's also associated with New Age misconceptions about energy and extraterrestrial communication and the divine. And I would say serious occultists and and mystics see it as a superficial and non-initiatory practice that bypasses rigorous spiritual training, and it relies on subjective feelings rather than established mystical traditions that demand usually years of study and meditation and practical application. So yeah, that's my take. And it's also widely how it's seen with people who um, are studied. No, light language is not very ancient. God is in everything. So, okay. So you're obviously upset. However, I mean, you could either learn and learn full and keep moving forward, like other people here and there are like working mediums that come here. I've had a profound experience with light languages. Love it. Okay. And people have profound experiences with LSD too. That doesn't mean it doesn't. Um, it doesn't mean it doesn't invoke swelling in the brain. Yeah, there could be spider. Mm-hmm. Were you here for this healing? Or are you just showing, or are you just coming in? Well, I'm trying to explain to you that I know what it is, and you're not having any of it. I mean, there's 50 people here night after night, starting when I started with 5 for a reason. Like there will never be a person um, doing light language that will be able to even get this far. I'm not comparing. I'm just trying to make a point. Because it's only going to grow from here. I'm not attacking. Why? But you did compare. No, I'm not. I am trying to teach people too. So I think it's a delicate and fine balance because if I don't say anything, then no one's going to learn. But if I do too much, then I'll spend hours just talking about it. And the reason why I'm doing it now is because we're done with the healings for tonight. And new age practices are dangerous, and people don't realize or understand how dangerous they are. It's yes, it wasn't a rejection. It was explaining to someone who's experiencing that, whether they're invoking it themselves and they could actually stop it, why traditionally you don't actually want to let your body sway while you're meditating. Because see, the spine itself, when you meditate, you want to spit you want your you want to keep your spine straight so that the energy flows upward. And when your spine's straight, and when the spine's straight, right, the energy can flow. It could come from above and down, and it flows to the rest of your body. When it bends, when there's a lot of energy, it'll innately or almost instinctively want to bend or move around, right? Because energy doesn't move in a straight line; it can fluctuate a lot of times, and the spine isn't always straight. And when that happens, there's almost like a hiccup in the energy, and it stops the natural flow of it. So that's why you want to keep your back straight. Exactly, SL. If you call it Kundalini, exactly. Think exactly, Ren. Thank you, Ren. So I'm always blown away how people in these chats or in my groups can explain things better than I can. And while we're here and we are um, and people have been experiencing the removal of layers where they're starting to remove um, where pain is starting to leave their body and other things that they've noticed. Um, uh, they're not just going by what I'm telling them, they're actually experiencing it themselves. So my explanation makes sense. Yes, very possible spider bite. So as that moves and unblocks, it'll almost act as well, it will um, inability to communicate with the other side through smell. What kind of layers? I need to make more videos just on that. I'm sure I've talked about it. But you want to think of the energetic bodies like an onion, and through our everyday lives, the layers of that onion become dirty. And as we strip those away, we become lighter and lighter. Does that make sense? And unfortunately, for the majority of us, they're beyond perception. So we're blind. Everyone's blindsided by it for the most part. I will, Tharanja. Who wasn't here for? Who is experiencing heart flutter or flutters still? Or are you feeling any heart flutters or tightness on the heart or anything like that? I'll do an archon removal because I think there's a lot of new people still here. And I want to see if we could get rid of some of that tonight. Yeah, it could also be cords being pulled. Any tightness or flutters, guys? Yes, because this isn't necessarily a meditation. It's a purification, right? Which is why people could lay down. So this is a way to bypass that. However, yeah, with more rigorous meditations, you want to work on getting your spine straight. Not everyone's going to do it. Everyone does the best they can, but ideally, that's what you want. tightness, heart squeeze. Okay. How about in your center, guys? Okay. Let's see what we can pull out tonight. I can't make for when I do this. I can't above stomach. Okay, guys, go ahead and relax. Tokame, Amy Tamo, Kangonshin, Soni Kandaken, Harai Tamai Kiyame Tamo. Taka Amahari ni Kamazumadimas, Kamada Kamada Minami Kotomoshite, Sumemi Oyakame, Izanagi no Kamitsukushi no Himaka no Tachibana no Modo no Awagikahara ni Misogi Hara Tamaishi Toki ni Arimasu. Harai no O Kamitachi, Moromoro no Maka Gototsu ni Kagiri yo. Harai Tamai Kiyome Tamai Tomo Sukoto no Yoshi yo. Amatsu Kami, Kunitsu Kami, Yoruza no Kami Tachitomo ni Hikoshi Masuto. Kashikami, Kashikami, Momaoso. Hey guys, how was that? So those of you who are here for the first time might not have felt anything there, but some of you, we got it even after we did the first one. Good, good. For some of you, it's going to take more time than others. Saw a horse on a TV screen? Oh, then that's good then. That means we got it already. You've been coming, so when you were here last night. So that's good news. It didn't come back. Good, Allison. Anyone else? That's okay. We'll get there. You guys okay? Or did everyone fall asleep? Good. I might have to check again in a month or so. It's usually when the flutters start. Those flutters people were feeling yesterday, that's when we go for that. Hmm. No, it's a removal, a specific removal I've been doing for people. But it's a little tricky because different people are ready for it, that removal at different times. But I need to get it for everyone. So yeah, it's tricky. How was that, Logos? And what'd you experience? Good, good. Still here? Yeah. Let me see. I'll try one more time. Otherwise, it might take some time. I'm here every day. That's why I'm here every day too. I couldn't just like do some of the stuff or some of this time for people who really want to do this, right? Or need it. You see, Victoria. To kami, Amy Tomo, Kangonshin, Sony Conduction, Harai Tamai Kiyome Tomo. Hmm. How is that, Victoria? That's normal, Spider. Yes, Ishika. Here you go. Let me try. And we gotta think. I gotta think about signing off. To kami, Amy Tomo, Kangonshin, Sony Conduction, Harai Tamai Kiyome Tomo. So yeah, I think it's an important distinction. Um, uh, I think in many spiritual like movement circles, like you never hear people talking about anyone else. You never do. Even when someone's accused of doing something really awful, right? No one talks about it. None of the other kind of, quote unquote leaders talk about other people's scandals or issues. And I think that has a lot to do with them not wanting the spotlight on themselves. And also, too, because they don't really have anything to teach, right? Whenever you learn anything, there are always an amount of case studies that you have to really look at to really understand or learn everything. And as I explain the mechanics of metaphysical ability, there is going to be some of that. I try to minimize it as much as possible. Before, I didn't even like talking. I would just be like, this is what this is. We're going to do this, and then you'll be clear. But then I started got no, you got to teach too. There has to be knowledge. And with that being said, too, as far as me being able to do this, I'm not specially born for it. Perhaps I maybe rediscovered it. And even if you can't do this way, like this, there will be something else just as powerful and potent that can be scrutinized and can be tested, right? In a way that, it's the effects are undeniable, whatever it is. I can't tell you what it is. For the most part, I will say it will be the ability to kill yourself in a way. I have to be careful saying that in a video, right? I'm not saying not to do any medical stuff that you need. Please do. However, that seems to be the minimum. And I'm teaching you and I'm telling you how to do it. And you get to be defensive about what you're already doing, but you're not going to get there doing that. It could be a gate. It could definitely be a gateway. It's a learning experience. There's a purpose and reason for everything. However, it's also very limiting, just like any belief system. If you hang on to it, you're not going to be able to move forward. Yeah, how's that? Ishika. Empirical validation. Mm-hmm. How is that Ishika? And how about you, Victoria? How are you too? Bit more relaxed. I wish you were here earlier. You could did all of them. This live is coming on 3 hours. It's like it's it's like a ladder and it's expansive, but it's also structured too. There's you know, it's structured and it's structured in a way to alleviate danger, right? I'm gonna do another comparison before we go. So Jim Jones, may have mentioned that guy before, the Kool-Aid guy, right? And the reason why I am, comparing him or talking about him is because a lot of people don't realize it, but he was able to heal people. He was able to heal people, and that's why he got so many people to follow and do whatever he said, and why they would think, well, maybe this person is like the Judeo-Christian idea of a Messiah that goes around killing people, like he's the hand of God, right? And he believed it too. And he believed what he was doing. He believed everything he was telling people. Right. He believed everything he was telling people. He wasn't just intentionally making stuff up and telling people, right? The issue with his ability to heal, innately, it's a good thing. So trying to tell one of his followers at the time that it was a bad thing when they experienced it wouldn't be helpful, right? Because they experienced it. They're just going to hold on tighter. And that's why a lot of them just followed him to the end without, trying to run away. Same thing can be said about Heaven's Gate and those ones too, right? Although that's a little different. I'm talking about because of him being able to heal. They felt and saw it, and if you watch more recent documentaries, you'll see yeah, maybe he could heal people too. Other people, there's people in those that swear by it, right? But he was able to do that, and I checked, right? And a lot of them can, or something else is happening. There's other mechanics, right? There's other mechanics. And the issue with them is because they look at it in a very almost simplified way. They look at it through a Judeo-Christian lens where they think that they cannot be compromised in any way. And because they fail to identify that, what they do goes in opposite directions from where their innate ability to heal or whatever positive aspect they're able to accomplish, right? And it runs counter to it. I'm tired. I lost my train of thought a little bit, right? And it's to varying degrees. Exactly, SL. So it's very important to know where they're coming from so you don't get confused. And that's also why it's very important to stick to the ancient traditions and doing those practices closely as we possibly can, because a lot of them have stood the test of time and been venerated and practiced over and over again and understood, which is why I always advocate against doing any of the reinterpretations or the New Age stuff. It's dangerous. Amy, there's something going on. It's not just although it's made up, it's not invented, if that makes sense. It's just there's other stuff. It's a diversion. It moves people to the opposite direction of clarity. And don't get me wrong. There are more Judeo type Christian disciplines that you could follow and get the same results, but they're so much more complicated. They're so much more complicated, and they take all of your time. Yeah. And it's not really what anyone's doing now. I talk a little bit about that, and I have probably the next video that, because the audio is actually done. I wouldn't even say Christian mysticism. A lot of it's New Age, right? So you have to use that term loosely. And what we have from the Gnostics, it's quite incomplete. We don't know how they actually did their practice or are able to perceive what they were able to perceive. As a studied occultist, we just kind of know how they do it. Yeah, like the Kabbalah or what's it called? The Golden Dawn. It's actually quite good. People might roll their eyes at it, but I mean, if you do it like the way you're supposed to do it, it's fine. Rosicrucians. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with that one, but yeah, Shamanic magic. I would say I would say that's kind of like the Gnostic teachings, where it's very incomplete. I would say the the grimoire of Avalon the Mage, that's much more complete. It's much more complete than that. The problem with the Solomonic stuff is it doesn't talk about purification. But if you're interested and you want to do something, yeah, the grimoire of Avalon the Mage, you could actually do that with this instead of just doing mine. Hermetics is fine. It's a good way to, kind of, develop personally. But the problem with it is it doesn't really get into purification and cleansing and how deep it goes. I'm not sure quite anything has yet, because I haven't really seen anyone really emphasize it. Or if they do, they're missing something that's really deep. I don't know about that spider bite. I've never heard that. But hermetics don't do that. They don't use body fluids. I think you're thinking of the idea of the Hollywood time of Christian idea of occultism and like Hollywood elites doing weird stuff. That's something completely different and not what it is. I don't know. All right, guys. Is there any more questions? Yeah, there is a thing. 8:30 p.m. Pacific. And guys, I'm trying to finish this book as fast as I can. I know it's going to be, it's going to be very short. It's going to be like 20, 25 pages. This is very simple. Well, we did a healing before, Larry. Basically, I do, if you're just coming here, I'm able to do big groups of it and clearing. It's very potent and quite powerful. Like 50 people here earlier. And I'm not sure what that is. Dune showed. I am lost my chain of thought. But anyway, somebody was defending some new age practices, and I'm like, when people do that, I'm like, no, not because I have a moral objection to it. I just know what it is and where it's coming from the most part. If you want to look at it historically, a lot of that came from the Third Reich. A lot of the New Age practices that people do today came from the Nazi Germany, and I will explain that one day. But the idea of Atlantis and superior entities. In crystal, no, you can collect crystals. Hi Val, we're just finishing up. You're welcome. welcome, Logos. I'm not a channel, exactly. Yeah, they did a lot of stuff that he did, yeah. Well, you know I'm here every day, right? So, 8:30 p.m. Pacific. I gotta go. Gosh, it's getting late. I hope I made sense tonight. Sometimes I'm so tired too, I don't even know if I'm making sense. Yeah, and don't be careful with engaging with the Aleister Crowley stuff because he skipped a lot, right? He was more interested in worldly obsession, worldly possessions, and obtaining. Yeah, he was very abused by the people that too. So yeah, he had a lot of problems. I don't think it's fair to necessarily call him crazy, but I will say that he skipped a lot of stuff. He was a lot like New Age people. He didn't purify. Scientology came from that. Yeah, it's probably the latest time well, no, I've had later ones before. On the weekend, he never purified. Yep, never talked about any of that. It's very, very important. Like the Golden Dawn, where he originally, originally Crawley he practiced with the Golden Dawn, right? But it wasn't fast enough for him. And he didn't like doing like the purification stuff like they did like every day. So he decided to go off on his own and do his own stuff and just skip all of that. And that's where the issues came from, right? So nothing's really changed. Is the people he wanted more danger, he wanted more sex, he didn't care about what he saw as like a neo puritanism, right? Even though that's not what it was, right? And yeah, he wanted to do debauchery, and it came out in his work. And who he is as a person. He passed away because of drugs, right? So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. It depends what you're trying to accomplish, SL. But I think ritual. I would say ritual every day with light meditation is more important. As long as you're consistent, right? Even if it's a walk in the park and listening to nature, that will be sufficient as meditation. And people have an idea that if you just meditate every day, you'll automatically obtain, these supernatural powers. But it's a bit different than that. Any more questions, guys? Yeah, right. It's different. Meditation by itself, it's different. It's to keep mindfulness and to be able to relax into yourself. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Val. And it accommodates a meditation accommodates ritual, and which is what this is, right? It's ritual. That's why I'm not like, okay, everyone meditate. It's different. It's meditative, but it's not meditation, if that makes sense. All right. I hope I didn't upset anyone tonight. I mean, I guess maybe I did, right? But it's never my intention. I always have a bad feeling when that happens. It's like I always think, oh, man, maybe I shouldn't did so hard. Maybe if I was just a little easier, this person would have learned better, or I could have did that differently. You know what I mean, guys? This is because their intentions are. I can't say they're always good. There's a lot of people trying to use spirituality to make money or get rich or take advantage of people, right? We will get there, Spider. Do I practice nonviolent communication in VC? Yeah, the problem. So when we do these, I the problem is I talk about some dark stuff, Gaia, just because it has to be acknowledged. And as soon as I bring it up, there's just a segment of spiritual practitioners that are like, no, no, that's not true. And the reason why I have to talk about it is because when I'm removing stuff for people in the group, that's what I'm removing. And they want to know what it is. They're like, what was that? And I can't just lie to them because they would know. Do you guys feel that way? The whole idea is we're much more complicated, we're much more blocked and compromised than we think. That's my final thought for the night. If anyone has any feedback. Exactly. And at the same time, I can't hold everyone else back while I'm trying to move everyone else forward. So it's a very delicate balance. I mean, it is, right? You're welcome, SL. Mm-hmm. Yep. See, it's this thing where I want to bring people so they experience these things, right? And it's not just me saying it, but at the same time, I have to explain it to them after they experience it. And uh, there's because it's just because of how this platform is, it's like I have to, there's going to be people that aren't exactly ready to hear it, and they'll take offense. There's not much I can do. I I think my train of thought is as we start to grow with numbers, other people would be more receptive. That's my understanding of this. I mean, yeah, we can. You want to look for it, Spider? That'd be great. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yeah, when I asked Ame Tadasa why people don't want to believe a long time ago, when I wanted, I shouldn't say this, but why people don't think any of like some of the stuff is real before I did the healing, and I was trying to explain things to people. They were like, "Well, they're just children right now," and she didn't mean it in a derogatory way. So they're children. Communications are communications from spirits like are very very short, by the way. Hence, no channeling. That's all right. It's still, but here, Chris, from your experience and how you move forward, you'll be able to share that with other people and be like, oh, I've been there. I've done that. Light language is a gateway, just like, yeah. So 80% of the people to do, and probably more, 90% of the people who dabble in like black magic specifically, they end up developing heavy psychosis. Who is the kami that shows the sun? Well, that's Amitira. Yeah, there you go, Allison. Yikes. It's Amitira. Allison has been coming for a long time. It's just her first time on the YouTube. I'm still here. I was talking to people. I feel like when I might come across as mean or too stern with someone, I have to stick around and give an explanation. Yeah, yeah. It's maybe me ranting for an hour. You like the YouTube via Zoom put you to sleep? And also too, don't think there's any um, don't think there's much structure wise. Don't think that there's much um, difference between New Age practices and black magic, right? Or people doing it. Although people doing the black magic will be more willing to open things that shouldn't be open, that doesn't mean that some of the or a lot of the New Age people aren't doing it in a different, more roundabout way. Well, it depends. Wicca is actually, believe it or not, it's a fairly well structured tradition. People that do that don't normally run around doing spells and things like that to people. It just sounds scary and it's associated with a lot of that stuff. It's really not. I haven't practiced it. I don't really know that much. From what I know about it, that's what it is. What about hoodoo and hoodoo? Hoodoo and voodoo is very interesting because it really depends on the person who's practicing it. It could be both. So that's those those traditions, they came about during the transatlantic slave trade for the most part. So there's a lot of underlying anger within it, right? So it's up to the practitioner with how they want to, of course, we're learning here how compromised people can be and are, but it's really depends on who's doing it. Like I have a friend was doing some of that, and he was crossing the street one time, and he almost got hit by a car. Except he said a old black lady with a Caribbean accent just pulled him back and scolded him. And after he walked away after the scolding, like she looked back and she was gone. And so he was like, "Oh, so it really depends, right?" It can be, but it could be quite brutal. Like voodoo dolls and things like that, those are all real. But it depends too. Like everyone who does it doesn't really actually have the ability to use it. It's like a 1% thing, 1-2% thing. I think traditions and these kind of structures, there's like a 1-2% thing for ability, thing that dictates ability level. But that's also because of the lack of purification, right? A lot of these traditions, they don't do purification. They don't understand it. And that's because they don't understand it. They think they're, free and clear, but no one is. Same stuff, yeah. Like, and that's why I don't have courses like that. That's why I don't spend my time because not everyone's just going to be able to do it. I think people are going to like this. Other than the Japanese part, is it's a very simple system. Also, exactly to harm the owners. So yeah, there's a lot of that, right? Yeah, any practice that doesn't cleanse, banish, protect isn't it exactly. And during that time, right? It seems to be evolving from that, right? Thankfully, but at the time, um, going after the owners in that way, it was necessary to protect themselves, right? To be preemptive, unfortunately. But that's the origin of where that came from. And it's also why the Loe, the Laoi don't really refrain people from being harmful to others, right? It's because of where it came from. And it's actually a good example to understand what you are doing, where it came from. You could do it if you would like. Just keep that in mind, right? Because it's an interesting system because it really is up to personal choice, how much the person's compromised to, right? And a few other variables. It's complicated. Yeah, exactly. There are different lineages of that, which are just awful. It's all bad. Exactly. Well, there's others that just use it as like a liberation method. It's actually it's quite interesting. So yeah, and there's definitely has been room for that. I explained we did that riddle, right? When I asked you about the primary energy of the universe. So it's very likely that, and it's it's quite necessarily and likely that there's um, that counter to it that resist it, right? So, like I said, it depends. I talked about that the other night with the riddle. So that's why I also think it's hopefully transforming. All right, guys. So I guess that's it tonight. It's super late. Oh my gosh. Look how late it is. I thank you who are still with me after these all these hours. No reptile. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But thank you guys so much. And listening to my drivel. Yeah, I'm starting to realize that like other people are just gonna like stumble to me talking and it's gonna be like, oh no. And not do any of the healings. And this is like their first exposure to it. Me talking about voodoo and archons. It's like, oh my gosh, I sound worse than Alex Jones or someone like that. It's like, oh no. And Kami and Amaterasu and Muddy Jellyfish might as well. Because that's what they kind of look like. All right, everyone. Have you seen them, Allison? Have you gotten any glimpses of those things? I know you probably have by now. Or I could be wrong. No, yes. I'm waiting for you to answer, then I could, before I close the Zoom, or the Zoom and the YouTube. Good night, Val. No answer? You haven't seen anything like that yet? I think Song was telling me. So she was like, "Oh, that's what that was." Nope. All right. See you later, everyone. Allison's gone. Thank you so much. It was a great night. Good night, everyone.